is up, you guys? It is our Reverse and welcome back to another episode of Boom Beach. Today, back again with the Boom Beach base reviews. Wow, I've been doing that in a long time, so I almost forgot about the name. But today we're back with the base review, guys. It's going to be really exciting because I'm going to be doing these series 2 times a week. And I know I said it before, but I actually do know that I'm gonna be able to do it. So later this week, in the weekend, I'm gonna be making one of these episodes once again, and it's gonna be a ton of fun. And today we got 3 bases to actually feature and see what we can change and what we can improve about those bases. And they're actually fun bases as well, so it's gonna be a good episode. If you want to be getting your base featured, all you need to do, head over to the comment section of this video, use the template that I got set up for you guys, and all you need to do is fill in your information, drop the comment down there, and I'm always picking these comments at random. So is people saying anything? We got a new member, Chaos Carl, and he said, I love you, it's me, Clashberry, from the comment section. Wow, Clashberry, if you're watching this, shout out to you. And that being said, how about we just jump straight into the first base that we got for today? And that first base is actually from my friend John Boyage, who's actually also the leader of Task Force Redemption. If you guys want to be joining in, we got some spots for you guys left. All you need is 400 medals, and that is about it. So how about we take a look at this base and see what we can potentially improve. I kind of have the feeling that he got everything set up alright, but let's actually take a look here. See, he's level 43. 469 trophies or medals, and he's currently HQ level 17, so you're doing really well in that regard. And to take a look at this base is actually really nice. Let's see what we can potentially change. So this is a corner base, right? So corner bases are usually really well protected against warriors. This is mainly like the focus of a corner base really is to repel the warriors from taking out your base. But the main issue with bases like these is because they're so good with warriors, they're really bad against other types of attacks. So let's actually see what we can potentially change against this base. One thing I gotta give you, John Boyage, your mine placement is really well done over here. I like the way these mines work for you. I kind of feel that you're taking down a lot of warriors with these, or that warriors have a hard time taking down this base because of that. So good on you there. I really like what I see down there. These 2 mines, I think they can be even more a little bit like closer to the HQ. For example, in the same line between the golden storage and the stone storage, I will place one, and maybe behind this sniper tower as well. That is another thing. And then this one over here, kind of feel that this mine is sort of useless, so place it in between the radar and the armory down there for a little bit of extra defense if units are attacking from that side. So in terms of mines, you're doing really great. Keep that one down there. And then against other troop combinations, I see a few things that I would potentially change. Let's start with the mortars, because the mortars down there, I would switch that with machine gun, because, you know, against warriors, usual story down there, but that's not the only function of the mortar. What I really like about the mortar is that they do a lot of damage against grenadiers and against Zookas. And that's what you want to be utilizing, right? So I would potentially like get these mortar on around the same line where you got this mortar over here as well, because that mortar is going to be doing a lot of damage against it's going to be really annoying to have those mortars down there, and they actually do a lot of damage, and people around this area tend to be using heavy Zookas. So if you can eliminate the Zookas, that is all the better. Also, you could potentially place a mortar where next to this flamethrower over there, because that mortar would still be hitting these Zookas. The thing is, heavy Zooka come from the shore, they walk really slow, and the heavies are already at the bases, and then the mortar will be firing away onto the Zookas potentially. So that might be tactics that you can be using against heavy Zooka. Other than that, what I'm seeing is this boom cannon over here. I would say it is in a nice position, so what I'm gonna say about this boom cannon is completely optional. But the fact of the matter is, you got a very nice defense down here and here from these 2 boom cannons. I would still place this boom cannon a little bit closer to the base, so on the position of this mortar, or even swap it with this rocket launcher. I kind of feel, and that is why it's optional, that you got this boom cannon set up over here, because that side might be attacked way more often if that boom cannon wasn't there. So that could have been like a thought process kind of thing. So it's potentially that you will be swapping those around. One thing that I would definitely swap but that's still up to you, is potentially either this cannon or this cannon, swap it with the quarry. And the reason why I'm saying that is because usually when units are walking around, they usually go like, if they're around this area with the forest down here, they usually go to the stone storage and the rocket launcher and this cannon over here, and they can't ignore what's down here, unless you flare them, of course. That is a different story, but that's the reason why I will be swapping the cannon with this quarry, because quarry doesn't really get attacked that badly, or they do, but this cannon is providing a better defense, covering these little buildings over here, most importantly the HQ as well, so you'll be getting an additional defense near the HQ as well, because all you want to be doing is protecting your HQ, and I feel this is a nice way of doing that. So that is another point that I want to be saying. And of course, level up your defenses too. I mean, your sniper tower is ridiculously under leveled as well. Get them up to that final look, that sniper tower level 14. It is not hard to get it up there, relatively cheap upgrades, and you got 3 sniper towers to work on when it comes down to that. And of course you got this flamethrower over here as well. Want to get back to that a little bit later as well. Make sure you upgrade that, and of course upgrade the machine gun too. So this flamethrower has a really great position, and this is something I might be doing myself as well. You see, the one thing that this flamethrower is doing is applying a lot of pressure for the warriors, and make it that people are going to be smoking early on. And if people smoke early on, you are basically making sure that they need to be using more gunboat energy than usual, and that is a great thing, and I would definitely recommend anyone to do that as well. If you have the ability to do that. Like, for example, John Boyage over here has already like 3 flamethrowers, and he's probably going to be having some machine guns over here as well, so the HQ is pretty much covered all the way to the max. So yeah, if you have the flamethrower to do that, or even the machine gun or mortar, then by all means do that, because you're gonna apply some pressure at the beginning of the base. So in overall, what I'm seeing is, I'm not seeing any boom mines. Where are your boom mines? One over here, one over here, none over here, none over here. Are they behind the statues? Nope. Are they behind this? Yeah, this is one behind this statue and one behind this statue. Very nice locations to have them down there. I would maybe even place some of these mines within the forest or something like that, to kind of mess with people's like perspective, like where are the boom mines, because they cannot find them. So really nice boom mine placement, I must say, and an overall very nice base by John Boyage. I hope you guys get something out of this. And that being said, let's move on to the next base, and the next base is in this task force. It's hashtag 9Y and then P09G. Aussie army, and we're looking for Mantle Gen. Mantle Gen over here, level 41 guy, 311 medals. And let's actually see what this base is going to be all about. Okay, so this base, I kind of selected this base because this base has a huge issue. Let's give you guys the overview first, and then go a little bit more technical about what I would be changing about this base. So first off, this is a back base. The focus of a back base really is that troops need to walk all the way to the back in order to make it up there to the HQ. And when they do, they usually have to go through all of the defenses in order to make it up there. So that's why this is a very nice and efficient base as well. The only downside is that it usually is very symmetrical. So it doesn't have like a strong part or a weak part. It's just very balanced. So that can be an issue, but usually it is not. If I take a look at this base, I see it has like a huge issue, and I think you guys can understand what I'm talking about here. Everything is just spread out way too far, like really way too far. Everything is spread out so far that during each attack, half of the defenses aren't even relevant at all. So for example, if you were to be attacking from the far right side with these mines over here and the residences over here, what is going to be defending is this part over here. But the other side, with 3 sniper towers, 2 cannons, 2 mortars, and the boom cannon barely, they're not going to be doing anything. So that is the downside of a symmetrical base, really. Half of the defense are not going to be doing anything, especially in this case, because everything is so spread out. If everything would be a little bit closer together, you could already utilize maybe 2 sniper towers extra, this cannon over here. maybe this mortar as well. So I would definitely work on something like that. Also, what you could potentially do is move the headquarters like one space closer to place some defenses behind there, because that would be working out nicely as well. So you can place the rocket launcher down there maybe, or maybe even like a sniper tower or something like that. I have no idea how you're gonna go around doing that, but definitely make things like a little bit closer. I can basically, I'm not sure because I'm assuming this, but I'm assuming that you got everything spread out so much because you might be afraid of people throwing barrages at your buildings and hitting the buildings together. That is a very solid thought, but the fact of the matter is, around your metal area, people are just going to be taking out the boom cannon and the rocket launcher anyway. As a matter of fact, if I were to be attacking your base, I would take down your base like this. I would be, first of all, very happy that I would be seeing your base. But I would probably take out a boom cannon and a rocket launcher with barrage and artillery. And then all I need to do is go to the right side, take it down. I would drop a shock here in this little area because you would be getting both sniper towers and the cannon as well. So that is eliminated as well, so you don't need to worry about that. And then just have a little fun party. The fact of the matter is here, you're gonna be getting a radar. All of these you will be taken down. Residence, armory, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times 3 free energy. 30 free energy if you take out this base. So that is definitely something you need to be working on, mental gen, because that's going to be a huge issue in your defenses. Let's actually talk about your boom mines as well, because I saw something here that can be changed. The thing with your boom mines is the thought of the boom mines is okay, but only the warriors are going to be ever getting hit by these boom mines. So I would advise to place the boom mines in locations where you want to be applying pressures into those areas. So for example, I would be placing the boom mines behind your sniper towers or something like that. Because, you know, they won't be visible at eyesight. But just in general, you know, people, at least they will be more useful than they are right now. That is basically the message down there. So work something out with your boom mines as well. The overall placing of the mines, I would place it closer in the base, like place your mines in the base rather than outside of the base. You might want to be doing that the way you have it right now, but you know, the mines are just not really being utilized. You want at least like 5 mines or something like that to go off against people attacking your base, and that is really not happening when you're attacking this base. Maybe like 3 or 4 mines at tops, but that's pretty much about it. So what are the positive things about this base? What I really like about this base is that the defenses are high level. The defenses are really well leveled, but it's just such a shame that they're not really being utilized that badly. You got, of course, the defensive masterpiece for building damage. If you can get yourself a masterpiece for building health as well instead of the guardian, that would be a great thing. But yeah, you know, I would just like, what I'm gonna be doing, as a matter of fact, mental gen, is I'm gonna be releasing a back build episode of a base, because I actually do intend to build a back base as well, and maybe perhaps you'll be getting something out of that. So that being said, let's move on to the last base. I hope my tips or just my insight is helping out in any way, shape or form. And the last base is for hashtag P0R and then CCY. Oh, my bad. BORCCY. And that is Indian Force. I think I already reviewed one of the bases from this task force. And the person we're looking for is the leader, and his name is Anu. And he actually sent me a request as well. He said, please, Rev, suggest me an anti-tank base. And, okay. I haven't even looked at this base yet. So, okay. So, yeah. Suggest me an anti-tank base. How about you level up all of your defenses first before you ask me to request something like that? Because the thing is, you have everything on the offense. Literally everything. And everybody around your meadow area, including myself, is going to be taking down your base. And I think you know that. Also, make sure to place your mines in a proper position inside of your base. Your boom mines. Place them behind the sniper towers, maybe place them inside of the base as well. Like, honestly, I'm not sure if I should take this base serious when it comes down to defensive, because you're not able to do anything. If I can give you a tip in terms of defense, Anu, your HQ is right now level 16, right? Get it up to level 17, get your shock launchers, and from that point on forward start upgrading your defense. And you can always like comment once again once your defenses are a little bit more leveled up. I see that you're currently working onto your boom cannon, so that is a good thing, but I cannot really suggest anything for this base, because this base, literally every single troop combination is just gonna pulverize this base. So if you guys are watching this and you want your base to be featured, next time I'm actually gonna make sure that I take a look at every single base before I start reviewing them. And if I find a base like that, I'm not gonna be working with this, because it's gonna be too hard to actually make something work with a base like this, especially if your trophies are that high. I really do like your offense, but work on your defense all the more. So that being said, that's going to be doing it for this episode of the Boom Beach base review. Once again, this weekend I'm going to be do another one of these episodes, so I think that you guys are going to be liking that. And as always, if you guys want to be having a chance of getting your base featured, all you need to do is head over to the comment section down below. I have a template down there which you can fill in, post that comment, and I'll be selecting some comments at random. So that being said, as always, make sure that if you guys like this video to boom, give it a thumbs up. And this has been Reversal for Boom Beach. I'm going to be signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one.